Sam Goodman. What's up? I hope you're doing great wherever you find yourself in this crazy, wild, and wonky world. I'm coming to you from the sunny and the beautiful downtown Phoenix, Arizona, coming to you from the PaleHorseMedia.co studio. So if you like podcasts, if you like podcast merch, if you like this show, hey y'all with Sam Goodman, or maybe you slid over to the Hop Nerd podcast, or maybe you've been following along with really fucking scary stories. Maybe you went back and listened to season 1. Oh yeah, did you check it out? We've got season 2 coming out, right? Season 2's coming. If you like any of that stuff, or maybe you want to check out some of my books, Safety Sucks, the bullshit in the safety profession they don't tell you about, or Obscured. We talked, in the last episode about a little bit of the coming out story, right? You can dig in to the books over there as well. Tons of great stuff happening over there. Look, I'm like a nerd. Well, that should be given, right? I'm a dork / nerd / I don't know. Don't label me. Stop judging me. I don't. I am like way more into like t-shirts and hats, like certain styles, quality, I guess would be the right word of quality. Like I hate like these fucking boxy ass t-shirts, right? You know the ones I'm talking about. You get them and they feel like they're an inch thick. Like it feels like you like basically taped a cardboard box to your body, right? And you can never find like the one that's like the right size. It's either way too small, it's way too big, right? It doesn't fit good. It's like it's not stretchy, or then it's too stretchy, right? It's either like that cardboard box t-shirt and it never fits right because it just feels like you're wearing like 10 pounds of t-shirt, or you get to the other side and it's basically goddamn see-through, and then you wash it once and then you basically get a crop top. And look, I'm a fan. Like I'll rock the crop top. I'll show the muffin top for the world to see. Like I don't care, but it's got to be right? So I really like these kind of like soft, like tri-blend kind of t-shirts. I'm really particular about hats as well. There's like a certain kind of dad hat that I like, and there's like a certain kind of snapback, kind of trucker-ish kind of hat, but it's the one that doesn't have like that super like watermelon head, like high brim. And I've got a watermelon. I got a big head. So hat sizing is important too. I guess what I'm saying is like we don't sell like crappy stuff over there. Like if it's sold there, I wear it. Like I really like it. Like half the reason why we have merch over there is so I can buy my own merch. Because I just like it. I like the quality. So we have the Hey Y'all logo over there. We also have Y'all Means All over there. We've got those on hats. We've got those on sweatshirts. We've got those on those really nice tri-blend shirts I was telling you about. And then if you're into the Hop Nerd, we've got that stuff over there. The really fucking scary story merch is just really sweet. It's just really, really sweet. So you should go check that out as well. And then Pale Horse Media has some logo stuff. The Pale Horse Media logo is just cool, right? It's that death card. It's just super cool. So if you're looking for I love t-shirts. I think we've established that, right? Like I really just love t-shirts, and I love unique t-shirts. And what's more unique than your favorite small little indie podcast like this, like Hey Y'all with Sam? Go check it out at the merch store. You can find that over at PaleHorseMedia.co, SUGoodman.com, thehopnerd.com, anywhere where you find us. You can just click the store. We have like one centralized merch store, so it's super duper easy. I like easy. Easy is good. So you can go check that stuff out. Like the podcast, follow along. That helps us a ton. I gotta get onto you over that. I've got to tell you to go over and check it out. So before we go any farther today, I want to jump right in. I'm going to jump right in to some really fucking wacky questions. So would you rather have cookies or French fries? They're both really good. So it's according. So no, I don't like cooked cookies. Don't get me wrong, I'm fat. I like cooked cookies. But if I had to choose, like if we buy like a thing of cookies to bake, like cookie dough, I guess, cookie dough, if you will, it doesn't last because it never makes it to the stove, because I would rather eat the cookie dough. In hands down, any day of the week. So if it came down to it between like cookie dough v French fries, then it would be cookie dough. If it's straight up regular cookies versus v French fries, then it's going to be French fries. Yeah, for sure. Would you rather have one wish granted today or 3 wishes granted in 10 years? That's pretty tough. I think I'd go with the long game. I think I'd rather take the 3 wishes in 10 years. Would you rather wake up with a different face but same gender, or different gender but same face? Oh, that's a tough one. So different face but same gender, or different gender. I don't know. I've got to go different gender, same face. I just have to, because look, I like my face. Other people might not like it, but I like my face. I don't know. That's kind of what you show to the world. Like, I don't know if you would like see, like, I don't know. That's a tough one. Either way, that would be really, 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 I don't know. That sounds like a horrible, like, B-rate fucking Hollywood movie, right? Do not let anyone hear that. Someone is writing a screenplay right now for that. Would you rather be trapped in an elevator with an old lady and her 3 wet dogs, or 3 fat men with of course, 3 fat men with bad breath. Of course, old lady and 3 wet dogs. Like, dogs are always cool, whether they're wet and stinky and whatever. And old ladies are usually epically sweet. And she's probably got some of those really cool, like, butterscotch things in her purse. So we're just going to hang out, play with wet dogs, eat butterscotch. It's going to be a lot of fun. Would you rather have your hand stuck in a jar or your head stuck in a bucket? I'm sorry, sometimes I jump ahead because I'm like, what the fuck? Hand stuck in a jar, because I can break that motherfucking jar, right? If I got my head stuck in a bucket, I don't know how that would you rather give up alcohol for a year or give up your smartphone for a month? Yeah, look, alcohol for a year, because I'm working on that anyways. I think that'd be much easier. How about both? How about I give up both? I think that would probably be the most peaceful fucking few months or a year that you could have. Would you rather be super fast or super strong? Super strong, hands down. Would you rather be the smartest kid in school or the most popular kid in school? I don't know. I think popular. I think I'd go with popular. My reasoning behind that is that I can always add knowledge, right? And I guess you can add popularity too. But I don't know. I think I'd rather have, like, the social ability to be the social butterfly than anything else. Would you rather be a police officer or a firefighter? Funny story. So I've been a firefighter, and I went to school to be a police officer. That's funny, huh? So I was never a police officer. My formal education was in law enforcement, administration of justice. And then I ran away and become a firefighter instead, because it just looked like it was a lot more fun. And I think it was. So would you rather be rich and ugly, poor and good looking? Rich and ugly all day long. Rich and ugly, that you can fix a lot of problems when you're rich and ugly. Would you rather be able to would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout? Oh, shout. Yeah. I would want to be just screaming to the top of my fucking lungs all the time. I think that's kind of sort of what I do. I think that's that's totally what I do anyways. Would you rather be super strong or change in animals? Super strong. I think we're always going to lean on strong on those questions. I think you have to. I think you have to. Strong just makes more sense. Would you rather be a very pink rabbit or a pink horse? Oh man, a horse. Got to go with a horse. Just sheer size. Rabbits, they have a lot of predators out there. Now, there's not much that's going to just take down and eat a fucking horse, right? So I think if I had to choose, I'm going to go with a logical decision and go, yeah, horse. Definitely horse. Then you got to deal with people like riding you around, but they're most of the time, like, people love horses, right? So you're going to get some carrots, you're going to get some sugar cubes. You know, if you're just more than likely, if you're the rabbit, you might make your way into a home. Or you're going to be like, fuck, there's a pink rabbit. Let's breed that rabbit with like 1,000 other fucking rabbits. There's going to be this horrible, hoard out rabbit, right, making all these pink and tie-dye cotton candy colored rabbits. It would just be a horrible life. Or you're going to be in the wild and you're going to be bright pink and everything that wants to eat you can see you from 10 miles away. Just seems like a really bad call to be a bright pink rabbit. Would you rather sound like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck? Donald Duck. I like the dude. I like the sassy attitude. I think that's. I'd rather have that kind of raspy duck attitude than that kind of hey Mickey Mouse. I think I'd rather have the bad duck-tude. So we got all that out of the way. So we got the questions out of the way early. We're off to a phenomenal start. Here we are. We're just off to the races. We're fucking chugging right along. Goddammit. We are moving right along. How goes your post-pandy diet? That's what I'm calling mine, the post-pandy diet. So we've been in the pandemic, and I can't really say post because I guess we're still kind of mid-pandy, right? We're still mid-pandy, but I'm calling it post-pandy. My post-pandy diet is going well on my end. I'm up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, but I'm kind of in that mode where I'm seeing it consistently, you know, the weight consistently going down. So I'm really paying attention to the diet. I'm really cutting out the booze. I shared with you, I kind of got into like this wino kick for a while, you know, in the afternoons, just like 8-9 p.m. when you hit that like perfect like Netflix chill time. So for me, like my days are swamped. Like most of my days are fucking busy. So average day, I'm up at like 5-ish. right? Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, but let's just call it like a strong average around 5. So most days I'm up. I'm coming to the studios. I'm coming to Pale Horse Media Co. I'm working my day job because I've got an office here, right? And my day job is socially distanced, as many of ours are. I'm very #blessed to continue to be able to work socially distanced. Some days I'm going in still. I've got some stuff I got to do in person with work here and there, with the day job. But I'm usually working from here. So I'm coming here super early in the mornings, getting some Pale Horse Media Co. stuff done before I officially start work with the day job for the day. So get a couple hours in with podcasting, recording, general stuff like that. Then put in a full day. And then usually working, here after that, right? So I'm basically working, 8 hours. So a couple hours before that starts, 8 hours, and then at least a few, if not more hours in the afternoons, kind of working on stuff like that. So by the time I get done here, let's just say average day at the studios, doing studio stuff and then normal day job stuff and then more studio stuff. By the time I get home, I'm going to change. And this kind of lends back to the Pandy diet. I'm, changing clothes, putting on some gym clothes, going to the gym for a couple hours. So by the time I actually get home and get chill, let's just say real chill time, it's probably 8 or 9. Right. It's let's say a long day. It's 9 p.m. So then I'm going to sit down. I'm going to Netflix it up. I'm going to have my, couple meals. And so what I was really enjoying is a couple meals with a bottle of wine. So by the time you figure out the calories in a bottle of wine, and look, I'm a bigger guy. I can drink a bottle of wine and be oh, that was great, and have about the same effect of grape juice, right? No, barely even catch a buzz off of it. I'm well, that was great and worthless. So I've been cutting out, the booze. I've been hitting the gym hard, right? I've always been into kind of weightlifting and powerlifting stuff. So that's always been there, whether fat or skinny, that's always been there. It's just kind of a stress reliever for me. So I'm doing that, up in the cardio, just generally trying to eat better, not trying to eat out very much, trying to, cooking at home, kind of normal principled diet stuff. I don't buy into the whole, don't eat carbs. I don't buy into look, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's just calorie deficit stuff, right? So however you can best get in a calorie deficit, whatever, what I've kind of found is and I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any type of dietary advice here. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm a fucking idiot. So don't follow what I'm telling you to do. But I've shared with you in the past, I'm a goddamn bottomless pit. I'm my stomach's the size of a fucking trash bag, right? I could eat. If I go to Little Caesars right now and buy those cheap ass $5 hot and ready's, I could probably eat if I really wanted to push myself and into misery, I could probably eat 3 or 4 of those. Probably not that hard. I could probably eat 3 or 4 of those. And then probably in a 30 to 45 minutes be able to follow up a dessert. My body has no off switch when it comes to hunger. It's just always hunger. Yep. That's the answer. Hungry? Yep. Always. So what I've really found is I have to have significant portions of food. So for me, I like to fast a little bit, nothing extreme. I know people are you got to eat this, whatever. Again, whatever works for you to get yourself in a calorie deficit, right? So that's me kind of experimenting to find what works for me. I found that if I save some of those calories to where I can have 4, if I push off a couple meals, I can have 4 or 5 pretty decent sized meals for the amount of calories that I should be consuming to lose weight, right? I can have 4 or 5 meals and still, skip some in the morning, maybe a little bit of a morning fast or just some protein shakes, some really low calorie stuff. Just give me a little bit of fuel, and save kind of the brunt of those calories for later. I can still have energy for the gym. I can still have that stuff kind of cooking, still good. But what I've really found, and I think he's just hilarious, Greg Doucette on YouTube, just wonderful content, but he's just hilarious. He sounds like a really pissed off Pee Wee Herman, and I love it. That's not a negative comment. I love it. I think it's fucking awesome. He gets all amped up and jacked up when he's talking shit, and he does all these natty or not. It is just cool. You're gonna go follow along with him. Love him. But what he really kind of tuned me into, and I hadn't thought about it this way, but it's kind of a duh thing, and it really worked for me because of that. The amount of food that I can consume, the size of food that I can consume, was this notion of eating for volume, low calorie, high volume foods. And it's kind of like, well, duh, right? So like I'll sit down and I'll have like a pretty normal meal, but then I'll throw in like one of those salad bags with not the salad bag that's like 7 billion calories. It has like crunchy shit in it and like all the other fucking like gallon of ranch. Like, no, just like the plain like salad bag, and I'll get like some Walden's Farm stuff, you know, pour a little bit of that on there, just whatever, like the least amount that I can stomach to actually get it down. And I'll eat like the entire fucking salad bag. It's like 60 calories or something, right? So if you eat an entire salad bag and then you eat, so there's like 60 calories, and then I eat like 100 calorie Smart Pop, right? So